Welcome back, everyone. Another day, another stream. Today, as every Monday, a little Sunday talk. Today, as every Sunday, a little Sunday talk. Talking about God, talking about spiritual topics, which I recently really enjoy indulging myself into. And today, I just thought, it's currently almost 7 p.m. and I thought, okay, how about we skip today's stream, right? Because, I'm trying to take a day off and I'll be honest, I was just not in the mood to, pull out the camera and talk again, because it takes, first of all, topics that you need to talk about, and second of all, a lot of energy. And I thought I wouldn't have that energy, but then I reminded myself, first of all, if I would skip any stream, it would be every single stream besides this one, because that is the most important. How you doing, everyone? And so here I am again. Here we are, all of us together, embracing the Word of God. And I'm recently, reading more in His words and trying to pray more consciously about every single fact and every single circumstances that I go through in life. And believe me, guys, and you don't have to take my word for granted. You can do your own experience, but there is so much wisdom in His words, and I grow every single day I read in His words, and I'm really, really blessed to do so, right? Everyone can, but we just get distracted. So every Sunday is not just for you to see, okay, Chirag is currently doing this and that. No, it's also for you to take a motivation, or even maybe just take an inspiration to do it as well, even if it's just a stream where you listen to, the things that I learned during the week, or stuff that I just love to talk about. And I think that is the key message here in every single Sunday God stream, what I talk, God talk, whatever I labeled this live stream, to do so. So yeah, with that said, guys, nothing is impossible. There's far more to come. And I believe, when you go through adversities and when you go through a tough time in your life, that it is exactly meant to be for you. Not in that saying that what happened to you should be happening to you, but more of the fact that you grow stronger through that period, right? When something is currently really challenging you, you grow. That is just simple mathematics. And when you keep on growing, believe me, the person that you will turn into is a new person. So same thing that I'm currently looking at my journey, because I wish I would do this more, I wish I would do this more, and then I catch myself thinking again, wait, but in order to become that person, right, of patience, of honesty, of the true man of God, I have to go through all these sins, I have to go through all of these adversities in order to then say, okay, now I am that person, right? Now I am that person that can defeat all of the desires and can conquer them, can redirect them, and so on, the list goes on. But in order to get there, I have to go through the struggle. So I just recently realized that, why am I blaming myself all the time that I'm keep on doing the mistakes over and over again, when that is actually what it takes in order to grow, right? Of course, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the fact that you consciously know something is wrong and you keep on doing that. I'm talking about when you have a day off, right? You try to do something good, boom, you catch yourself lagging again, you didn't do what you said yourself you're gonna do. So you either blame yourself for the coming or for the rest of the week that you didn't do what you told yourself you're gonna do, or you man up and be okay, you did a mistake, you're not perfect, but I will not stop here, right? A lose will only be a lose when you let it be. But when you keep on going, the loss will turn into a learn aspect. And that's saying that you learn from it. And that is what I currently do. And that's what I'm currently trying to implement in my life, to do so. And I'm really, really grateful that every time I learn and like, you know, seek out for God's hand, that He is reaching out for me again. And it's not just you working, believe me guys, everyone that's a little bit spiritual and that like embarked on the same journey or is currently embarking on that journey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly the feeling when you try something, right? And you just, you know, you do your part, and all of a sudden, boom, like you can feel it, right? You can feel certain things aligning, you can feel, you can just feel someone working, and it's not just you, it's a higher power, and that's God for me. And I know I have delusional goals in that, saying it's not just about money, it's about the empire that I'm gonna create. And it sounds kind of funny, right? Because here I am, just a guy with a camera, you know? You can do the same thing as I'm doing, but the reason that my goals are so high, I think they are there, like the reason that I got them, like the reason that I have these visions are there for there's whatever in my life is there for a reason. That's what I wanted to say. Because not everyone thinks like that. Sometimes I talk to certain people and they'll be like, yo, Chirag, you're insane. Like, why should you do that? Why should you try that? Just, you know, get a 9 to 5, get your money in, calm down, right? Save your money, go on vacation once, maybe twice a year, and that is life. But like, no, like I really want to make something so big that for the rest of my bloodline, this is the topic. And it's not for me to have a big ego and be like, yo, I made it, right? Like I'm the one. No, it's just like, there is so many people that did the same. So why not you? Why not me? Why can't we do these things, right? We all got 24 hours. We all live on the same earth. We all, if not so, even right now, we even have bigger advantages, right? 10, 20 years ago, you couldn't just like reach millions of people with just your camera. First of all, the camera was nothing. Like, you know, you need to reach out to local radio stations, had to talk to the TV, and like there's so many other topics that you had to do in order to reach these people. Now you pull out your phone, you create a video, and you reach millions, not just in your country but across the world without paying anything. And this is an insane advantage that only we have. So we either do these, you know, do these videos trying to like create our personal brand, have a product, whatever it is that you're trying to like show to others, or you consume it. So yes, it got easier, but it also got harder, because it's a double-edged sword, right? One thing is an advantage, the other one is a disadvantage, but it's the same tool. So make sure that the tool is working for you and not against you. And this is another really challenging part, especially in social media, because everything is really addictive, right? Like you pull out your phone, you actually want it, right? You want to be like, okay, now I'm gonna upload a video. I edited the video, I'm gonna go onto my channel, I upload it, boom. What happens? Okay, let me just watch one video. Okay, oh, that was funny. Okay, the next one. Boom, and you're in the algorithm again, doom scrolling for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then that is your time, right? So like, you have to cut off these habits. And how can you cut it off? Pretty simple. I today actually read this book. Oh, I have it even here. Normally I always talk about it, don't have it in my hand. The 4-Hour Workweek. It's quite a book. Don't get me wrong. I'm studying this book, so currently reading it for, okay, I'm reading it while reading other books, so I'm on it since 2-3 months. And the main message that I still have out of here, like just from the topic that I currently educate myself on, is that you need to batch your way of working. For example, you are editing, right? You want to upload every single day. That's what I used to do in order to grow my channel from 0 to 20K in 2 years, right? 2.5 years. The first 2 years, nothing happened. The last 6 months, everything happened. Long story short, you need to batch it, right? You use let's say one day out of your week, and you edit every single video for the rest of the week. Let's say Sunday, today, you're gonna edit for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, of course, as well, the next week. And then you use the scheduler, which is now even implemented in the app itself. Back then, I needed to, you know, do it through a third-party app, well, whatever, I think it's called HubSpot, whatever. It's like some kind of like tool back then for social media to schedule your content. So you gotta have to log in over there, they're connecting your accounts and then post the content for you in that time. And now it's in Instagram and TikTok and even YouTube since the platform existed. But like now it's so more easier for you to just edit one day a week and then upload for the rest of the week. And what do you do with that is cutting off the fact that you will doom scroll, right? Because you're not on social media again to scroll. You're literally editing all day, okay? Then you have 7 videos. You go into the app and you know exactly what your goal is, right? Because most of the time doom scrolling happens from being lost, from feeling like a little bit bored, right? Okay, let me just take inspiration. That's the weirdest excuse, taking inspiration for something. And now you know, okay, you want to upload 7 videos that you gratefully edited for the whole day, and then you can like schedule your whole week. And then when you did that, right, you scheduled your whole week, and it will every day at that one time frame, no matter, I'll be honest, doesn't really matter in the beginning because you don't really have these peak times, right? Just like I did, I think 9 a.m. or 12, because that was like a little bit just a nice frame to know that your content's getting posted. And then it got posted every single day. And the most important is to never check your postings. I never checked it because I haven't, like, there was nothing to check, right? I had no followers that I gained. I had no viral shots. I had nothing. So every day I checked it, I kind of like felt bad because nothing really came out of it. And therefore, let it upload. Let it just do its thing, right? Like, you do your best while editing. The rest is not up to you, so you don't focus yourself on it, and that's it. So that's how you run it. That's how you work on it. And when you do that over time, you will grow on social media, and that's really easy. And coming back to the topic that I actually wanted to talk about, because in the end it's a Sunday God talk, God stream, is that in order to reach any type of goals, you have to work like that, right? Even for me right now, I try to like, get closer to God. So it's not just once per week, right? It's not Sundays and that's it. It's like every single day. And the easiest way to do so is by starting your day with a prayer. So when I get up in the morning, I pray. I pray about everything that I want to tell God. I pray about everything that I go through. I pray literally about everything and anyone. Be it good or whatever you want to call it, bad, right? There's nothing I will hide from God because He knows everything. So I'm pouring my heart out to Him, and He is taking it in and taking care of the matter. And this is such a powerful tool for everyone to use. Prayer, right? Everyone is allowed to pray. Everyone can pray about anything. And this is so powerful. And of course, now you have to ask yourself, when you only pray in your worst times, that you kind of like try to also pray when you're doing good, right? For example, today, Sunday. Oh my days, bro. He's like, okay, anyways. Today's Sunday, right? So it's a beautiful day. I got up in the morning, the sun is out. You can see it. The sun is out. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I have the opportunity to go after my dreams. I'm able to stream. I have my amazing sunwear eyeglasses on. I have so much. And yes, I want more. I want this, I want that. But don't get me wrong, you will not attract more by not being grateful for what you already have. Because guess what? When you get more, you know what it does, be it money, be it whatever. When you gain more, it is not that you gain more experience or that you gain a new personality. No, all it does, right, when you get success, all it does is elevating and like kind of like multiplying the way you feel and the way you are right now on a higher scale. So for example, you are, a really outgoing person. So you stay, the personality will not change when you get more money, but then you're able to like go to the nice restaurants or go to the nice countries and so on. So this is the thing that it's gonna do. Like, that is the only type of feedback, how to say, that you gain from success. And it's that powerful too, like kind of like help myself to understand, okay, Chirag, you gotta like take more attention on how you behave, how you react, how you feel. Because when you are successful, all it does is exaggerating that feeling, you know, the feeling of this, the feeling of that. Because then you have the tool to go everywhere you want, right? It's not that all of a sudden you be like, okay, now I'm going to invest my money. No, when you're not investing it now, you won't invest it when you have a lot of more money. Like these habits, we are human creatures, we are creatures of habits. We do everything that we used to do for the last 10, 20, 30 years. And we will do so. So now it's time for me to say, okay, fundamentals have to be straight. Once I make it, it will just give me the keys to the doors that I worked on, right? I know exactly which doors I want to open. And once I'm successful, I get the keys for these doors. So same thing with my faith, right? Now it's more than important to understand, okay, I have to go all in with getting my fundamentals straight, knowing exactly where I want to be, and so on. And when I know that, yeah, I'm successful. And then of course, God is using my pockets to help others. But when I can't even help myself, who do I want to try to help, right? There is no one. And that is a really powerful tool for me, to kind of understand, and maybe for everyone else as well. Because yeah, it will be a beautiful time when you are successful, but when you are successful, you can't work on these topics. So maybe the reason that you are not successful right now is exactly that, because God wants you to understand, okay, wait, you're not there yet, right? Once you get the money will not be an excuse anymore. So you have to make sure that your mind is straight, right? Everything else is set. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. I think the next stream I maybe can implement some more verses that I really love to read. Yesterday I read about the fact that when you draw closer to God, He will draw closer to you, which is 100% true. And much more, right? There's much more that is true, and we can just learn, right? We got the blueprint. We got the blueprint. We just got to use it. And I'm really grateful that, no matter what you go through, no matter how often you lacked onto giving Him His grace and giving Him His pride, God never really turns on you. He's still there, right? When you need Him, exactly that moment when you feel like the world is collapsing on your shoulders, and you reach out and He is there, right? He takes, He just takes it, He takes your hand, and it's crazy. No human ever would do that, right? All of these people that, they're there when you have your best times, they're always around, and then you go through your worst and they're not reachable, right? And don't get me wrong, it's okay, because in the end everyone has to take care of themselves. But now even take it one part worse. Imagine you would wrong someone, right? You're wrong, you did a lot of bad things to that person, right? Because that's what we do. When we don't follow His words, we're literally putting disgrace on His name. Because He tells us to do something, it's really easy. Of course, right? It's hard, right? Don't get me wrong, it's hard, but it's not much that He wants from us, and still, I couldn't do that, So I put disgrace on His name, and then when I needed Him, He's there. So imagine you would wrong someone, right? You would do a human being really, really wrong over time, again and again and again, and then you need His help, and you reach out to Him, and He's like, yeah, no, don't worry, I got you, I'm there for you, no matter what you need. It's selfless love. It's love that you can't define. And this is something that just opened my eyes. I'm like, yo, Chirag, what are you even doing, right? You're putting your focus on this and that, but the most important is God, right? Put Him first. Seek His word. Have trust. It says in the Bible, if you have trust like a mustard seed, you can move mountains. If you have faith like a mustard seed, guys. Mustard seed is literally the top of the what? Top of this, bro. Mustard seed. Faith as a mustard seed, and you can move mountains. And that is just, just meditate on His words. It's not about reading the whole Bible. It's about reading 1, 2, 3 verses and meditating on it, and you realize, yo, it's all there. It's all laying in front of us, you know. We just too blinded sometimes. And God is great, you know. He will never ever lose you. He will never turn his back towards you, no matter what you do. You know, you can do a lot of mistakes, and he's there when you need him. So make sure that when you're successful, you know, you give back to him as well. And that's just like, you know, just really intense, emotionally wise, to see that he's still there. He will always be there. All glories to God, always. So I'm really happy to like kind of get back to it, get back to reading more, get back to educating myself more. As I said, I'm not here to preach, right? I'm not here to preach. I don't know anything. All I know is that I love him. I love God. I know he's the greatest. I know without him I wouldn't be no one. Literally saying, I wouldn't be here. I would be no one. So I know once I make it, I will only make it with him. That was today's Sunday's God talk. Gotta like think for the next stream, gotta maybe read more before, and then of like just talk to you about what I read. I think that's a cool way of talking. Otherwise than that, if I'm more open about sharing my experience, I think I'm gonna do so. But step by step, chat. Step by chat. Step by chat. Step by step. Okay, for everyone that doesn't know the eyewear that I'm all the time wearing, I actually Chirag. Can you see that? Hey, Chirag eyewear. Can you see that? Please tell me you see it. Chirag. Hey, Chirag eyewear. Yeah. So this one is C1 Clear. Pretty cool. We got the same. I'm gonna give you a little surprise. Okay. Got the same in. Ooh. Same one, exactly same frame. In orange. Hey. Yeah, when I have these on, everything looks so sunny-ish. Like, I feel so good. Yo, I have to smile all the time every time I have these on. Sometimes I have them on, like I have them on at night, and it just feels so cool. Like, you can't imagine that feeling. Okay, anyways, so these are the frames. They're even more. I think you've seen some of them in a lot of edits. So I'm kind of like marketing it to see what frame you like the most, and then I'm gonna drop a limited edition on them again. But yeah, just be updated on the gram. ChiragEyewear.com is the website, or as well on my Instagram, so or TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, whoever knows. Okay, that's about it, guys. I thank you all for watching the stream. Everyone on YouTube means the world to me. If you would give it a like, this little stream, and everyone on Twitch, thank you for joining again. Kind of like takes me a lot of courage to do these streams, because I know I'm far from being even developing a habit to build a connection to God. So I thought, okay, I have the audience, I have people looking up my videos, so I thought that is just, you know, what I can do. You know, I can do these streams, and I think I will learn from them as well, right? Like, talking about a topic is like gaining you more knowledge. So same thing with this one. When I talk about it, I just gain more knowledge, and then kind of like it's a give and take, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, with that said, guys, I appreciate you all joining this amazing stream again. Another day, another stream. We ain't far, like we're so far from done. Soon we are in Paris, streaming in front of the Eiffel Tower, so that will be so cool, and I take you all along. So with that said, guys, love you all from the bottom of my heart. Stay happy, stay grounded, and I see you in the next video. Chirag Kohli is out.